Hello! Welcome back to Life of a Musician episode 36. Wow. Time to play my little intro reminder about my social media. Are you following my social media? Make sure to head over to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the good stuff, and search Antony Westwell, no H. And make sure you're following so you keep up to date with all my gigs and fun stuff that I get up to. Anyway, definitely feel like I'm in a good routine now of making these videos. I know a few of you enjoy watching these, so thank you very much, and I will do my best to keep it up for you. Starting off for this past weekend, I actually managed to go from 0 gigs on Friday to having 2 gigs booked. Last video I mentioned I was back at the Royal Oak after a very long time away from there. That was a Saturday night in the beer garden, and turns out they needed cover for the Friday I've just mentioned. So I accepted, and I was once again in the beer garden, and it was very, very hot, but a nice gig. Also, I am booked in for the Royal Oak in the future. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But another easy gig, as I say, and no one got up to sing with me this time. If you don't get that reference, go watch my other video. Now, as I've just mentioned, I got 2 gigs on Friday. Where was the other one, you ask? This was at a venue me and John frequently play at called The Doghouse. This is in Bury, or Bury. We still have that argument. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you again. I also managed to capture this picture. As you see on the right there, that is the exit door that I was on about. So it leads straight up to the back so we can park our cars around the back. Nice and easy putting our gear in the venue and, more importantly, getting it back out of the venue without badging through everybody in the main area. So I thought I'd just capture that with the door open so you can visualise it better than my rubbish explanation the other video. The gig itself was decent. Generally, Fridays are the quieter days now. Like Saturdays is when people go out. I mean, you can even get busier times in the week if like there's a quiz on or something like that. Fridays are a very weird day now. But the crowd who was in was still very interactive and made our night easy, enjoyable. So that's something positive there. Now, the big news. Nearly. I had 2 gigs on Saturday. The second gig is what I really want to talk about. But first, here's a clip from the first gig. Sometimes you arrive at a venue. I'm sure future Antony will explain the timings and all that of the gig. But it's not open. So I'm just got my stuff behind me here, and now I wait in the sunshine. Yes, I will explain. Basically, I originally was meant to be playing at 3 PM, but I noticed on my good friend Logan Butler's Instagram that he has a list of dates. This has been updated so it doesn't actually say 3 PM, but it says 3 PM at Mellows on the dates that I'm meant to be playing. Something ain't right. So I asked the owner, and turns out, which is uncommon apparently, I don't know, but the date was double booked, me and Logan. Luckily, I could play earlier and Logan could play a little bit later. So I did 1 till 3:30, Logan did 4 till 6:30, I believe. However, as you saw in the clip, when I showed up, the manager on shift was nowhere to be seen. So that was a bit awkward. They showed up not too long after, and to be fair, it was quiet at the start anyway, although I wouldn't necessarily say it built up. It's an interesting one because where the front of the building is these like French doors that open up, so people walking past, listening, looking, smile, blah, 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 blah. So you do play for more people than that are in the venue, and there was also some people sat where I took that clip before. So it did get busier, but I wouldn't say busy at all. Here's a picture of my setup. Nice and simple plug in and play, and nice and easy to pack down. Just packing down and someone's come to visit.
What's going on?
Boom, done. So, the big news. Well, as I'm making this after the semi-final of the World Cup, this news has lost some of its magic. Unfortunately. However, I mentioned when we played Monaco last, it was quiet. Well, we did get to play there again, and I can say it definitely was not quiet.
1, 2, check.
It's definitely busier than last time so far.
Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. Will I be inclined to believe they never would?
This was a really fun gig. The sound in here is so impactful and powerful. Really fun to play in there, especially when you pair it with a great audience. Got some good pictures too. Make sure to head over to our Instagrams. But as I said, this was a great gig. Unfortunately, as I say about this magic that has dissipated, we was booked or penciled in to play at Monaco if England got to the final. Now, if you are awake in this world, you will know we will not be going to the final, which is a great shame. So we will also not be going back to the Monaco on Sunday, which is quite an interesting concept. Not one that I have encountered before, therefore not have thought of before. But me and John have a gig if something goes well. You know what I mean? I suppose you could technically say if people get married, we could do a wedding. If they decide not to get married, that can also cancel stuff. But this is like a very weird sort of knock-on effect that affects my gigs that I've not thought about before. I mean, you'll see in my next video, we did get another gig for a pre-match build-up for the semi-final. And we wouldn't have got this gig, especially on a Wednesday, if it wasn't for the football. So it's very interesting what you can do as a musician, getting gigs, what venues need and accommodate for you. It's very unusual and I've not thought about it before until now. So roll on the Euros, 2 years. However, moving on to Sunday. I was back at Relish Cheese and Wine. Once again, another outside gig. Here's a picture of my setup. Now, this picture doesn't do the beer garden justice. Hopefully, as I'm speaking now, I put on some other pictures of the beer garden that other people have taken, because it is such a cool little space. The venue is actually quite small and the beer garden holds more people. So it basically doubles the capacity of the venue when it's sunny, which is great, obviously. But it's such a nice little area to play in and the owners are music lovers. So you can just play pretty much anything and everybody enjoys it. It is great. Like, it's such a nice atmosphere and they have great food. Highly recommend. Go on. But on that happier note, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching again. I'm going to give you some heads up. Not the next video, but the video after, how I normally record during the weekend and upload the week after. So this video you're watching now, I played this weekend just gone, and now you're seeing the video. This weekend coming up for me, you'll see the video next week, etc. I'm going away for a weekend, therefore I have no gigs. So I might do a video, but if I don't, that is the reason. But it's not because I'm stopping the series. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. If you're new around here, press subscribe. Share it with your friends if you like. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to keep music in your life, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.